Hi Earth Science students, this is Mrs. Gibbs and I wanted to record a video to help you out with assignment 3.16. So this assignment is due on Tuesday, April 3rd. And in this assignment, let's read the instructions together. It says there are countless environmental, conservation, recycling, and energy resource organizations at local, city, and state levels, in addition to national and global organizations and agencies. In this assignment, you will research a local or state organization in your hometown or state. For example, if you live in Colorado, you might research the Colorado Association for Recycling. We all live in Minnesota. Okay. And then you're going to create a presentation. And this is how it will be organized. Number one, you need a title page. Number two, you need a slide that has an introduction or an overview, a summary of the organization. 3, organization's purpose and goals. 4, types of events that this organization puts on. 5, types of education that they provide people with. Also, conservation policies, disadvantages, advantages of the policies that they're involved with. And then lastly, you need a works cited page that has the websites that you used as well as the contact information for the organization. So remember, when you're doing a PowerPoint, let's start out by opening up a PowerPoint presentation. So the first page, you would add your title. Okay, if you add a new page, you can make a layout so that it has a title spot on the slide. So for example, you might want to do overview. And then you would type in your information. Now, something that I saw a lot of people write for the last presentation we did would be paragraphs. Remember, when you're doing a presentation, it needs to be easy to read for the viewer. So we don't want to write paragraphs, even though those are great for papers. Instead, we want to write bullet points. So if we go back to our instructions, it says down here, remember to make a bulleted or numbered list on each slide. The information that you have on the slide should be highlights of the title, and there should be short phrases for the bullet points, at most a sentence. Okay, this is just for key points. We're not writing a paper. We're not doing paragraphs here. So maybe the overview would be, this agency works with local schools to encourage recycling. I'm totally making this up, okay? But that would be one bullet point. That would be the amount of information you'd want in one bullet point. So then you'd want a second bullet point and a third bullet point on each page. So overview. Also on each page, it's great to have a picture. So please add a picture. Again, remember, you need all the slides that it has in the instructions here. So please make sure that you look at this. If we click on the assignment here, that will also pull up the instructions that we want. Okay, it has the same stuff. So make sure you follow this so that you know exactly what to include in your presentation. You should do a PowerPoint, or if you do Google Slides, that's fine, but you need to make sure that you change the settings so that when you give me the link for Google Slides, I can actually look at it. Okay? But otherwise, create a PowerPoint. All students should have access to Microsoft Office, which has PowerPoints with it. Okay, so remember, include all of the slides that are required. And then finally, we'll look at our rubric. And this is how you're going to be graded. So there's 2 parts to it. Number 1, did you use technology and research to gather all the information and put it together in the right format? So make sure that you read what the exemplary student is. You want to get all those points, so read that. Make sure that your assignment matches with that to get all the points. And then the second part, there's a couple more parts. The second part is that the presentation is the correct length and has the title and all the slides that we already talked about. And then the last part would be your grammar, spelling, punctuation, and all of that, making sure that the information you're including actually makes sense. So again, we want to read what's in the exemplary column because that's what you are aiming for. Okay, so now you know how to create the PowerPoint, but how in the world do you find information to research? So let's go to our good friend Google. And I typed in environmental resources in Minnesota. You could type in conservation resources in maybe your city or in your county. You could try Googling a few different things. And remember also, Wikipedia, not a good source. Usually the best sources end in .gov or have one clear author. But as I Googled this, I saw that Olmsted County Environmental Resources came up. And I actually live in Olmsted County, so I'm going to click on that. And it brings me to this page. The actual County of Olmsted has a website, so I know that this is a legitimate source. And it has the contact information there, which remember you will need to include on the last page. And it has their mission, the overview, and then I could also go over here on the left and research each one of these things. Okay? So this would be an example of a good source. If you don't live in Olmsted County, don't use this, okay? Find something that is relevant to your city or your county, or you could do just Minnesota as a whole. But find good sources, follow along with the instructions so that you include all the slides you need, and you don't write paragraphs, but instead you have those bullet point format, and then finally that you include that works cited page. When this is all done, submit it to the Dropbox area for this assignment. I'll show you where that is. It's loading right here. Click on the assignment, upload it, and I will get it graded for you. Thanks, guys.